Hey everyone, in today's video, I want to introduce you to my favorite metronome app for iPad and iPhone. It's called Tempo, and I'm going to show you the screen and exactly how it works and why I think it's the best out there in a moment. If you haven't already checked my other videos about metronomes and why some students really struggle to play along to this clickety-clackety thing over here, then make sure you check that out. I'll pop a link up now. In the meantime, let's jump over and have a look at Tempo. So here we are with the Tempo app for iPad, and I've chosen iPad because it's just easier for me to record on the screen now, but it works just as well on a phone-sized screen too. So opening it up and just the most simple basic functions, you can just kind of hit play and you've got your metronome working beautifully, and that's one of the best things about it. You can open it up and hit play and you've got a metronome. I hate stuffing around with lots of settings, but there are a few things that you do need to know how to change. One, of course, is the tempo, so you can either adjust it on either side here, and it tells you the speed of that time tempo setting as well. You can tap a tempo here if you'd like to follow along with something, or if you've got a beat in mind in your head. One of the great features though, and we'll start to get more detailed now, is that you can choose different meters. So for example, we're in 4/4 at the moment. We could change to 6/8. So 6/8. So we're in 4/4 at the moment. We could change to 6/8. And if you want to turn on all the beats, or you've got things like 7/8s, which can be really useful when students are starting to learn some of those more complex alternate rhythms. Now, one of the best features for this is its ability to show students the difference between swing and 16th notes. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to go back to 4/4 time here, and you can see down here you've got some beat divisions. So if I start it off, we can go quavers, we could go semi-quavers or 16ths, and I'm just going to turn the tempo down a bit. So when students need to learn about swing, we need to give them the understanding that swing is different to 16th breakdown, right? And what I mean by that is that the feel of swing is swung triplets, not straight notes. And this app is a great way to demonstrate how that works. So for example, we'll pop on just the standard crotchet beat, and let's turn on triplets. Now, if we remove the middle of each of the triplets, we've got the swing beat. So let's now compare that to what would happen if we played 16ths all through and then took the middle 16th notes out. We've got a really different feeling. So we take the middle notes out, we get this. Versus and you can instantly then hear how much more relaxed and lazy the sound of the swung triplets is versus the sound of 16th notes with missing beats in the middle. Now, this is just as important going in the other direction. If students are learning something where the 16th should be played clearly like this, and that's often a dotted note with the 16th at the end, and they're playing them like swung triplets, then this can be a great way to teach them about that. In Baroque classical styles, you're much more likely to need dun 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 kind of style to dun 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 dun. So that's one reason that I love using this app. In the settings too, we can change that sound as well. At the moment, we've got just the standard digital sound. We could go to a drum kit. And it instantly becomes a little bit easier for students to understand, particularly if they're exploring something like jazz. In your meters, you've got just about every main meter that you could think of needing. So if you're wondering if they were the only ones there, then no. And with regard to the beat divisions, these are the main ones, and they will change depending slightly on the time signature that you're choosing. In the settings, you've got the ability to change the sound, as I mentioned, but you've also got other things like being able to turn on full screen flashes for downbeats, for example. That could get quite annoying as well. You can use pendulums, which just moves a pendulum across the page for the beat so they can see the progress of the beat, particularly useful if you're working with some slow meters. And there's also the ability to create setlits and presets as well. And really set lists, if you need particular click tracks or tempo settings and you're gigging, for example, or you're using this app with multiple students doing different pieces, then you can actually just set a set list and create playlists for them. So maybe you're working on a piece in 5/4 at 120, then you can add that as a preset. And another student that comes regularly needs 3/4 waltz at 80, then you can preset that too. So it's all ready to go. You don't have to worry too much about it. So there's are the main settings that I really like this app for. Sorry, we'll go back to the preset so you can see this. That idea of getting the feeling for swung triplets versus 16ths I think is great, and the ability to change sounds and choose just about any tempo setting that you want. Now, if you've got any questions at all about the Tempo app, then make sure you leave a comment below. I'll pop a link to the app so you can also grab it from the App Store below. And if you've got any questions or any comments at all about metronomes in your studio and apps that you've used, I'd love to hear about them. Just before you go, guys, I want to make sure you're aware of Piano Pivot Live. It's my first ever Piano Teachers Conference, and it's being held 23rd and 24th of January right here in my hometown of Melbourne. Beautiful weather in summer, of course. If you want to find out more about it, head to timtopham.com/conference. It's going to be an incredible experience, and I can't wait to welcome you to Melbourne. See you then.